Alright, Joe, so we're going to get ready to go onto the racetrack. We're going to have just some more fun, but remember, we need to be smooth, gentle, easy. Everything we do is smooth, gentle, and easy. So let's go ahead and get ready to go. Push that drive tab, push that M for manual, and taxi on with me. Alright, let's get ready to go. Alright guys, let's get out onto the south track, which brings us into our north track. Let's go ahead and start working on getting into fourth gear. So 22 miles an hour. And let's start working on some of our spacing. Cliff, you don't worry about the spacing between you and I'll control that. But for Yoel and Scott, please stay 5 to 6 cars. Alright, look ahead. We're getting ready to go out onto the racetrack, guys. Remember, we need 100% concentration for full on 20 minutes. Excellent. Look early. Find where we need to go. Get that visualization. Use our brains. Alright, so get ready to come out. We're going to do our warm-up lap. So we're going to look all the way ahead. We're going to look into turn 3. We're going to see our blend line. We're not going to cross our blend line. We're going to look ahead. We see our brake cone. And then we're going to see our turning cone to go into turn 3. We're going to brake very firm at that brake cone. We're going to turn in at this turning cone. We're going to get on this curbing. And then we're going to come all the way over. We shift to fourth. Get ready to go into the S's. We brake a little bit before the S's. That gives us just a little bit of balance as we get ready to go in. We look early, find our apex, get on our curbing. Look left, find the apex to go into the roller coaster. Then we get ready to go into the bowl. We're going to brake. We downshift to 3. And we go to the middle. So everybody come in the middle with me? Look left, bring that car in. As we get ready to accelerate out of the bowl, shift to 4th. And then be straight going over launch pad. Look all the way ahead. We're going to see our blue turning cone. And then now we're getting ready to go to 5A and 5B. We're going to brake at that curbing. And then we're going to let off. We're going to get up onto the curbing, on the cone, off the cone. And then we brake, and then we downshift, and we let the car do a rotation for us. And then now we come all the way down. We look early. Find that apex. We look through that apex to that turning cone. So we're going to brake, look early, find that apex, get on this curbing. Braking, we downshift, we turn in, we get our apex, all the way over to the left. Shift to 4th, look all the way ahead, braking very firm, going to that brake cone, downshift to 3, and then now we get our curbing. We keep that angle, we get our curbing again. And then now coming out of turn 2, we're going to pick up the pace. You drive your pace, your comfortability. Let's go. Make sure we're in 4th gear. Brake very firm with this brake cone. You should not be catching me in the brake zone, because you're not braking hard enough. Now get on our curbing. Touch the curbing, and then we accelerate out. Shift to 4th. Brake, balance. Drag that brake, turn in, get that apex, get the curbing. Look early, gotta get that apex. Firm braking, downshift. Now come in the middle with me. In the middle, look left, bring that car in, get that apex, accelerate, shift to 4th. Look all the way ahead, gotta be straight going over launch pad. Braking, balancing, getting ready to go to 5A, 5B, touch the curbing. Brake, balance, turn in, get that apex. Accelerate. Firm braking going into 6. Set this up to go to 7. Very firm braking into 7 with the downshift. Touch our curbing, accelerate. Brake it, then brake. Definitely got to brake. Downshift. Now follow me here. Touch this curbing. Stay in the middle. And then we get our apex. And then we accelerate. Shift to fourth. All the way over to the right. Turn, brake, balancing. Now follow me here. Drag that brake. Get up onto this curbing. And then we accelerate out. Just to fourth. Braking, balancing, dragging that brake. Touch that curbing. Look left. Find that apex. Braking, balancing. Stay in the middle with me. In the middle. Look left. Bring that car in. Get that apex. Accelerate. Shift to fourth. Yoel, Scott, you're doing a good job. You drive your pace, your comfortability. Braking. Getting up onto 5A, 5B. Touch our curbing. Brake. Downshift. Turn in. Get our apex. Get our curbing. Look early. Alright, we're going to slow the pace. We're going to gather real quick. All the way over to the right. Excellent. You still have one more lap behind me, Cliff. Yoel. Scott, you're going to see us up here on the right. Go ahead, move on over. Move on over. Move over, Yoel. Scott, as soon as I see you around that corner, let's get ready to go. Alright, everybody go ahead and move over to the left. Alright, Cliff, you have one more lap behind me. Out of turn 2, we're going to pick it up. Look early. Find that apex. Make sure we're at fourth gear. Accelerate as much as you would like. First braking, balancing, downshift, balancing. Drag that brake, then get on that apex, get the curbing, all the way over. Look early, brake, balance, get that curbing, touch that curbing, accelerate. Look early, look left, look right. Firm braking, balancing. Now come in the middle with me. Touch, get in the middle, look left, bring that car in, accelerate, shift to fourth. Be straight going over launch pad. Going into 5A and 5B. Braking at this brake, the curbing, dragging that brake, getting onto the curb. Braking, downshift, turn in, get our apex, and then we accelerate. Alright, slow the pace, slow the pace, slow the pace. We're going to do our first rotation. Excellent job there, Cliff. Cliff, please move over to the right. Yo, you're behind me. Scott, stay behind that blue car. Cliff, when that lighter blue car goes by, go ahead and get in line. Alright. Alright, well, you drive your pace, your comfortability. Out of turn 2, we're going to pick it up. This is 1A, this is 1B, this is turn 2. Make sure you're in fourth gear. Let's go. You drive your pace, your comfortability. Firm braking, step brake comes. Downshift, balance. Now follow me here. Get our curbing, get our apex, touch it. All the way over to the left. Just to fourth. Braking, balancing, drag that brake. Now find that apex, get on that curbing. Good, look early, find that curbing. Braking, downshift, going into the bowl, look early. Find that apex, bring that car in. Make sure you're in fourth gear going over launch pad. And be straight. Braking, going into 5A, 5B. Get on the curbing with me, accelerate. Braking, downshift, rotate. Look early. Going into 7. Guys, we've got to turn in at that turning code. If we miss that turning code at this speed and this pace, it's not going to be good. Brake firmly at that brake code. Turn in, balance. Now follow my line here. I'm going to touch the middle. I'm going to stay in the middle. Then I'm going to grab that brake or that turn cone and look early. Sorry, apex. Accelerate. Firm braking at that brake cone. Downshift. Now balance. Drag that brake. See how I'm still on my brake? Touch that curbing. Scott, you're doing a good job. Brake going into the S's. Balancing. Look right. Find that apex. Look left. Touch that curbing. Firm braking. Downshift. Now, follow me here in the middle. Excellent job. Hey, Cliff, just a little bit more space, please. 5 to 6. You're a little too close. Look early. Braking. Now, follow my line here. I'm going to touch this curve. And I'm going to get off this curve. And then I'm going to brake. And then I'm going to let it rotate. And then I'm going to accelerate. Braking. Getting ready to go to 6. Going into 7. Excellent job. Brake, we downshift. You have one more lap behind me. Let's get ready to go. Braking. Balancing. Look early. Find this curbing. Now, get that curbing. There you go. Shift to 4. Make sure you shift early. Firm braking at that brake cone. Downshift. Now, follow me. Follow me. Get this apex. Get this curbing. All the way over. Shift to 4. Braking going into the S's. We have our near apex. Then we have our apex. And then look early. Find the apex to go to the roller coaster. Then we get ready to go into the bowl. Firmly brake. Now, stay in the middle. Look early. Find that apex. Bring that car down. Shift to 4th. Accelerate. Straight going over launch pad. Excellent job. Braking. Balancing. Now follow me here. I'm going to get on this curve. Touch this curve. Accelerate. Brake. Downshift. Rotate. And then we accelerate. Alright. Slow the pace. Slow the pace. Slow the pace. We're going to do our last rotation. Look early. Alright, you'll all please move over to the right. Scott, you are now behind me, sir. EOL, once that red A185 goes by, please get in line. Now, Cliff, you're going to stay behind that blue car. Stay behind that blue car, Cliff. Alright, EOL, once that red car goes by, go ahead and get in line. Excellent job. Alright, Scott. You drive, your pace, your comfortability. Out of turn 2, we're going to pick up the pace. This is 1B, turn 2 is in front of us. Make sure you're in 4th gear, let's go. All the way over to the right. Firm braking at that brake cone. Downshift to 3, balance. Drag that brake, see how I'm still on that brake? Touch that curbing, all the way over to the right. Sorry, left. Brake going into the S's. Look early. Find that apex. Look left now. Cliff, a little bit more space. 5 to 6 cars. Braking. Balancing. Now follow me here. Stay in the middle. Look early. Bring that car down. Get that apex. And then acceleration 4th. Make sure you're straight going over launch pad. Braking. Balancing. Now, let's get on this curbing. Touch the curbing, accelerate on the curbing, braking, downshift, rotate, and then we accelerate. Look early, look for that orange cone. Braking, get ready to go to 7, look early, all the way over. Firm brake with a downshift, turn in, balance that car. So we accelerate. Shift to 4th. Brake at that brake cone. Now follow me here. Watch my line. I'm going to turn in. I'm going to get my curbing. I'm going to touch the middle. And then I'm going to get the middle again. And all the way over. Shift 4th. All the way over to the right. Firm braking at that brake cone. Excellent. Downshift. Balance. Drag that brake. Follow me. I let off. Touch going into the roller coaster. Get ready to go to the bowl. Firmly brake. Balance. Stay in the middle. Stay in the middle. Let that car rotate. Then we accelerate. Shift to fours and be straight. There you go. Braking at this curve. Dragging that brake. Touch this curving. Accelerate on this curving. Then braking. Then balance. Rotate. Accelerate. Braking, get ready to go to 6, which sets us up to go to 7. Braking, downshift, balancing. Touch that curbing, and accelerate. This is your last lap behind me. Braking, balancing, downshift. Now follow my line. Touch the curbing. Look early. Don't change the steering angle. Touch the curbing. Touch the curbing. Firm braking at that brake cut. We downshift, balance. Follow me. Get that apex. Get that curbing. Touch the curbing. And then we accelerate. Braking, going into the S's. Look early. Find that near apex. Then that apex. Then look left. Look right. Now look right, front, braking, balancing. Come to the middle with me. Stay in the middle. Get this apex. Shift to fours, be straight. All the way over. Firm braking, balancing. Get on this curbing with me. We get off the curb. Braking, downshift, balance. Get our apex. Over to the right, slow the pace, slow the pace. We're not rotating. You have one more lap behind me, Scott, so stay close to me. Yoel, when I see you come around that corner, we're just going to go ahead and get back into it. Excellent. All right, guys, move over to the left. Let's get ready to go. Make sure we're in fourth gear. Touch our curbing. This is a good time to work on this line. Touch the curbing, and then we accelerate. Make sure you're in fourth gear. Firm braking at that brake cut. Balance. Drag that brake. Turn in. Get this apex. Get this curbing. All the way over to the left. Shift to fourth. Look early. Balancing. Turn in. Get that curbing. Look early. Brake. Look for that apex to go into the bowl. Brake. Downshift. Now come in the middle with me. Look early. Bring that car. Accelerate. Shift to fourth. Now be straight as you can going over launch pad, guys. Now's a good time to practice that. Braking at this curve. Getting ready to go into this next curve for 5A. Accelerate on this curve. Braking, balance. Let the car rotate, and then we accelerate on out. Braking, look left. Drag that brake. Feeling it into 6. Slow the pace, slow the pace. We're on cooldown.
I like cooldown. Not yet.
Alright. So as we do cooldown, let's go ahead and get a little bit closer to each other. Turn in at this turning cone. Now follow me here. We're going to go to the middle. We're going to touch this curbing. Look ahead. See that orange apex, or that orange cone, all the way over to the right. And then now, looking all the way ahead for turn 3, we're going to brake at this brake cone. And we downshift to 3. And we're going to use our peripheral. That turning cone's now on my peripheral. I'm looking for the apex. I'm putting my car on the curbing. And then I'm going to come all the way off. And I'm going to set myself up to be as straight as I can going through the S's. Braking before the S's. I carry that brake all the way to about the near apex, and then I lift, and you can see the goofy looking pavement. That's exactly where you want to keep your car. Now, going into the roller coaster. Curbing to curbing, and then in the middle, going into the the bowl, we brake, we downshift. Now come in the middle. You can see the 3 cracks in the pavement. We bring the car down. We begin to accelerate. Get the car straight as you can, going over launch pad. Then we look early. We see our turning cone that sets us up to go to 5A, 5B. We brake at this curve, dragging that brake all the way, and then we lift, and then we accelerate on this curve right here. And then we brake, and then we downshift, and we let the car rotate, touch our curbing, all the way over to the left. Now, just look far ahead. Look for that orange apex cone. We want to be as straight as we can. And then we're going to very firmly brake to go to 6, which then sets us up to go into 7. Now we're getting ready to go into 7. We brake very firm, we downshift, and you see that goofy looking pavement. Use that goofy looking pavement to your advantage. That's where the weight of the car goes. Alright guys, excellent job. Y'all did a very, very good job. Still some areas we definitely got to work on, turning in a little early. Remember, I'm going to tell you this now. You drive your pace, your comfortability. Playing catch-up, there's only one thing that we win playing catch-up, and that's paying deductibles, and we don't want to pay deductibles. So you drive your pace, your comfortability. Everybody will get a chance to be behind an instructor. Alright guys, please.